damn, 2024 then dropped OJ's body. Well, 2024 been a year for a lot of people. A lot of L's getting caught, things of that nature. But the reason why we're here is more for me and less for you, but I'm going to upload it so you can watch, so you can hear what I think about this. Because when I heard about the news earlier, it literally brought me back to a time I get nostalgic about a lot because of where I was when all of this craziness was happening, when they sat up here and said the Jews dropped 2 white people. Look, let me put it into context for you, right? This part of it anyway. I am a 10-year-old child, and at the point when OJ was the thing to talk about because they trying to figure out whether or not he dropped 2 white people, you have to understand that the world has been this. And OJ Simpson, the safe nigga who the white people trusted to be a safe nigga, dropped 2 of their own, you have an issue. But again, let me do this because this has been our world since, since people of my color were owned by people of another color. If you really wanted to bring it into that recent moment of OJ dropping white people bodies, a couple of years ago, they just beat Rodney King ass and they tore the shit out of LA. But it's always been this divide, and it's 2024, and it's like there's a divide, but it's so many divides, you gotta pick a damn side. And even if you don't pick a side, there's too many battles to choose from on what side you want to pick. But again, that's unimportant. Back to the nostalgia, right? Because again, 10-year-old me, not really understanding what's going on, but curious about his world, I'm watching a lot of the news and I'm hearing a lot about what's going on in that courtroom. Like, I remember watching that Bronco live on TV. They sat up here was like, yo, you watching something? You watching OJ driving his Bronco motherfucker now? Because that's what it is, bro. That's what it was. I was there for that. That was crazy. For them to get that man in a courtroom and trying to figure out whether or not he dropped the body, that was another thing, because you spent your days during that time when everything, when it was OJ mania, was you absorbed everything around you in your central nucleus of your neighborhood where you live. I'm going to school, so you hearing other thoughts about it. You read newspapers, you're watching news and doing this and doing that, to literally get to 10:35 at night on Channel 5 to literally watch Jay Leno sit up here and satirize all that stuff, and then watch Dave Letterman at the same time do the exact same thing to bring levity, you want to say, to the proceedings of trying to figure out whether this one black man killed these 2 white people in the world with this racial divide where a nigga got beat by some white cops and LA got told to fuck up, and then a whole bunch of years ago, white people on black people. It's a weird space, right? Weird space. Just again, putting it into that encapsulation of understanding of, I was there for that. Like, I remember literally hearing live on Core TV, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit, bro. I was there in a classroom, because it's like when this stuff was going on, they was like letting us eat lunches in the classrooms and watch TV and do all this stuff to like have this be a part of your everyday life about trying to figure out whether this black man killed these 2 white people. But here's the thing though, because there's an after. But let's go to before though, because again, this is me we're still talking about. I really don't have no context to O.J. Simpson before the first Naked Gun. Because see, here's what I know. O.J. ran a football. O.J. retired from running said football, became a safe nigga for the white people to trust, was able to parlay that into stuff, and then he dropped some white people bodies. That completely changes everything, because everybody used to fuck with you don't fuck with you now because you killed 2 of their own. And you know what happened after that? Broke into a trophy, broke into something and sat up and got arrested in Vegas. And everybody was happy because, yo, we're getting justice for our dead white people. And then today you found out he died of cancer you didn't even know he had. But here's my thing though, because given that I'm sitting down and just trying to get my thoughts out there about it, is here's what I'm wondering, and this is something I am not going to explore because it's like it's not really that important because the man dead, and however you decide to eulogize him is the choice of the person putting the eulogy out there. But how much focus is gonna be on that middle point of you drop two white people bodies? Is your focus gonna be more of OJ ran that football and OJ was a safe nigga for a while and OJ did acting before he dropped them bodies, and after all of that craziness he wrote that book and he broke into that place and all that stuff we know what happened? How much of a fair shake does a dead man get for in that midpoint when you drop two white people bodies? That's my question, because it's going to be interesting to not see, because again, I'm not going to look at this, but I'm always going to wonder is how much focus is going to be on the murders versus everything he did before. How much focus do you get over that versus how much anything after you driving slowly in that white Bronco, you get in the courtroom, Johnny Cochran being the GOAT, and everything that precedes that, or Orenthal, James Simpson, you know what? If I cared enough to not sit up here and get this video into some trouble, I would bring up Guile Thing Go with everything, the O.J. Simpson verdict. It's a good video. You should watch it. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say because, again, rip OJ. But my question is that how much of your legacy is determined by the evil people say you did versus the good they know they have recorded of what you've done and the bad that happened to you after the alleged bad that happened to you? So it's up here, it makes you think. But regardless of that, we got more show for you right after these commercial messages.